Hi, welcome to Monday Minutes. I'm Nick.
And I'm Jessie. And this week we're going back to basics and we're talking about a feature that every single one of you will see in your Koha system. It's the About Koha page. And in the 2405 release, the community worked on an enhancement that would speed up the way that page particularly loads. That is bug 32693, which Nick is showing you right here. And for longtime Koha users, you'll remember that sometimes when you clicked on that About module, it would take kind of a long time for things to load. So we're going to give a tour today and talk about some of the things that you'll see in that About Koha section.
So the first thing you'll notice, it's under More in your Koha installation standard. If you go to More, click About Koha, it'll take you right there. This is much faster than it used to be,
Yeah.
but it is a great place to check out occasionally because it gives you a lot of information about your system. One of the things it will do is tell you information about your Elasticsearch, your Memcache, Zebra, Message Broker, kind of all the things that are running in the background. A lot of these, you probably don't need to worry about, but this one, if you're using Elasticsearch, can be really useful because it will show you how many records are indexed in both your biblios and authorities. So if you're having any troubles, you can come here and immediately see if something has gotten unindexed or been missed or something like that. You can see these counts really easily. The next tab, probably ignore. This is the Perl modules. This just shows you all of the different Perl modules that Koha uses for the things that it does. So if you want to look, feel free. The third tab, we're going to skip for right now. We're going to go back to that one because that'll have a lot more interesting stuff. Dedications is just where we put information about Koha and kind of the history and some of the dedications that we've put in here. So if you want to read more about Rosalie, you can come here and see this one. We've got our timeline, which I really love looking at the timeline, JC. I don't know about you.
I love looking at the timeline. It gets me really emotional because we can see every time a patch is pushed and the new person has or a first time user has pushed it, you'll see their name in there. So it's so exciting when we see our partners or Bywater staff and their names pop up. And this is every Koha user in the world. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah. And you can see, like, if you have pushed something, you can figure out what number you are. We've got our own developer, Laura Escamilla here. It's the 487th. We've got community member Emily Lamancusa from Montgomery as the 488th developer. We've even got, if I can give a shout out, to my nephew, Sam, who was the 490th developer. So you can go through here and see all of the things and all of the releases and when everybody joined the community. If we go over to translations, you can get a list of all the languages that Koha has been translated into. Licenses is just where we list. This is more of the features we use, like Bootstrap, we use for a lot of our display and getting the styles set up and everything. And you can see what other JavaScript libraries and things Koha uses. The Koha team will tell you who is currently working on Koha. And you can see the development team in the past. And this is where also there'll be some shout outs to specific persons who've contributed a lot to the community over the years in different things. And libraries who have contributed developments and things to the community, as well as other companies who have.
You'll see a lot of names in here.
Yeah. System information. This is the one I skipped before because this is the one which can be really useful if you're having some problems with your systems, or sometimes you just want to check and see what's going on. This is my development system. So you can see right here, I have a few things. I've got one record missing from my Elasticsearch index. I know that our Koha demo data has bad data on purpose so that we can see things like this. And then I've got two system preferences that are just set incorrectly. Things like this are ones you can fix yourself.
Awesome. And we do have a couple other ones up here that just show common ones that you'll see. This one that Nick's showing you shows us that there's IDs that exist in both the reserve and old reserves table. Again, if you see this pop up, just submit a ticket and we'll help you take care of it.
One other thing to highlight on this one is just that this will also show you some information. This is stuff that Bywater specific has added. So you can see your outbound IP, your inbound IP for getting other services to connect to your system. There's one error that we wanted to highlight. Impossible to connect to the message broker. So for Bywater setups, we're using the database polling rather than the message broker. So this is an error that if you see, you don't need to worry about. That's fairly normal. The message broker is still something that's being worked on in the community. So for right now, most of our partners have that disabled. So that's just some of the things you can see on the About page, and it can be, an interesting resource to check out.
And if you just want to get some warm, fuzzy feelings, go and see if you can find your name on either the About or the team in the Koha section.
If you can't find your name there and you want to get involved, just reach out and we'll help you.
Yes, that'll be one of our next Monday minutes.
All right.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.